Hey my lovelies, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing amazingly well today. I'm Roxanne, if you're new here. I'm a beauty slash skincare slash fashion slash everything type of product reviewer, and welcome to my channel if you're new. Hello, thank you for stopping by. Firstly, before we get into the video, a few things. I have a cold. I'm really sorry if I sound unbelievably nasally. I'm also extremely pale today. Love life. I'm just getting out of kind of like a sickness phase that I just keep happening. It keeps happening to me. Also, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. It'd be lovely if you could subscribe to my little community here on YouTube. And yeah, let's just get started. So, as you can see from the title, we're going to be reviewing some e.l.f. products. I did a mini e.l.f. haul, so I've got an e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. We have the e.l.f. Oil-Free SPF 15 Sunscreen Flawless Finish Foundation. And the 16-hour Camo Concealer. I kept seeing e.l.f. advertisements popping up on my Instagram feed. I've never really purchased anything from e.l.f. before. I think I've had a highlighter from them and maybe a liquid eye cream years and years ago, but I've never really purchased anything from that brand. So when they kept popping up, I just thought, okay, I'm going to do some reviews. So I went on to see what their best sellers are and just products that I think would work well together, just to kind of test out the other products. So I come up with these three. This cost me £20.51 or something like that. It wasn't really expensive, so I was quite impressed. So obviously, if these are amazing products, which people on my Instagram feed, if you're not following me on Instagram, I'll link it here. I'll put a picture here if I can. If I'm that technical, I will. I just said, this is what I'm going to be reviewing soon, and people were just sending me their thoughts of obviously love the foundation, love the concealer, heard it works really well, etc, etc. So today we're testing it out and I'm going to let you know if it's any good for me. So obviously I don't know if these are the right shades. I always struggle with online shading and I don't find it really easy to compare because my skin type changes, my skin colour changes all the time. Some days I look pale, some days I look extremely tanned, and obviously I'm actually olive skin, so this is just, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. Let's just get started because I love to waffle. You'll already know that if you're subscribed. There we go. So first things first, we're going to go in with the Poreless Putty Primer. This is a universal sheer, so I think it's meant to work for everybody. This, I believe, was one of their best sellers. I'm just going to rip the packaging because it's annoying. I hate boxes. So this is what it looks like. It genuinely is like a putty feel, and it comes at like a creamy consistency. So I'm sorry if you can hear some gardening. It's freezing up there. It's like 1 degree. Anyway, let's just get started. I'm going to put this on my face. So I'm just going to pop the putty where I feel like I need it, because I want it all over my face. I'm not sure if you're meant to put this, I don't know how much you're meant to put on of this. I guess like a normal primer. But let's just put it where I normally get like my pores show. I haven't wore foundation in the longest of times, so I'm excited to see how good this is. I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques angled brush just to kind of blend that into my skin. Right, so it's blended in really well. I'm actually just going to put my brush into it and just add a bit more, because I don't feel like I've got a lot on, and I don't know if it's meant to feel like you have nothing on your skin. But yeah, there we go. It made me look like a ghost on camera, so that's also interesting. The dead look, wonderful. So it's actually, I mean, it doesn't feel tacky or anything. It feels quite soft on the skin. Let's just see what happens, shall we? So I'm going to actually go in with my concealer first. I'm going to do that on top of my 2 acne scars, which you can see here, and I've got a little spot here, which I shouldn't really point out, but I've got a spot here. So I went with the shade Medium Neutral in the concealer. I don't know if this is the right shade for me. I just went with one that was lighter than the foundation. I like the applicator, it's like a little doe foot. I've heard such good things about this concealer, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll do the wear test, shall we? I'm just going to go in with my Brush Junkie, and this is the like kabuki style brush. I'll link it below because you can get a 40% discount off all of Brush Junkie products, eyelashes, brushes with my code. So I'll just pop it on the screen here, but obviously I'll also link their website in the description below. Okay, so that blends nicely. It's got a nice amount of coverage. I mean, you can still see my acne scars. So, but it's not meant to be, I guess, completely covering it. When I put the foundation on top, it probably will look better. But it's a nice shade, I think, for me. And it's gone in really well. It doesn't look patchy. I mainly use concealer, 1 to cover my acne scars and 2 for obviously eyeshadow. I've been recently changing all of my room around, so hence why it looks probably a little bit different, maybe. Does it look any different? So I am changing things around, so I will be doing like a beauty room, my spare room tour, obviously showing you all my makeup because I decluttered loads of makeup which I gave to my friend who's going to have a mooch, and then obviously get rid of anything that she doesn't want. So yeah, I'll do that. That's going to come soon when I get time. I'm also going to sell all my clothes, so I mean it's just been interesting. So now I'm going to go in with their foundation, and this is in the shade Sand. I've got Sand in a different foundation, so that's why I thought this would work for me, but I really don't know. It's a pump applicator as well. It may be a bit too light for me. Maybe. Or it could be perfect, who knows. I actually use a brush. I use the same brush that I use put my concealer in with to apply foundation. Don't judge me. It's just because I prefer this brush for it. Actually, the colour that I am now, it actually is the right shade. The sickness colour that I am now, I don't know whether it looks the same on camera, but off camera, it looks like the right shade. I just look pale as anything. But normally I think I'd need to be 1 shade darker. I'm never normally this pale. I don't think I'm ever this pale. I feel like the putty underneath has made me look even whiter. Like maybe I put too much of that putty on. It's actually a really nice foundation. Like it's blended really well into my skin. It's got a nice coverage. It's matte. It's very matte, which I actually really am not mad about because I've got combination skin. So having a matte foundation is quite nice because obviously my oily T-zone. Yeah, I do think I probably do need a shade darker, maybe 2 shades darker, but because I'm actually not 100%, it's obviously, I'm trying to match it against my neck, you see. So it's kind of similar, but not quite. I think I definitely do need a shade darker, which is really hard when you're trying to figure that out on the screen. Never good. So maybe I need to actually try and see if where in stores these are. Colour match my shade better because this is actually a really nice, it's a really nice foundation. Like it's come on really well. It's blended into my skin really well. Yeah, I actually really like it, apart from the fact I look like a ghost, but it's actually not a bad foundation at all, especially for the price. Like it's so cheap. I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup real quick and then I'll jump back on camera and do my final review, and I'll show you what it looks like with the rest of my makeup on, where I look like I am alive. So this is the final makeup look. The makeup has gone on seamlessly on top of the foundation. It feels really nice. My skin feels like it can breathe, which is lovely, given the amount of product that I've put on there. What are my thoughts? So firstly, I think I went a shade too light, so that's my own fault. But the quality of the product is actually really, really good. Just kind of how it looks right now with my makeup on top. I think you can't really tell as much that it's the wrong shade. I think I managed to kind of bronze up my skin a little bit, but the foundation was lovely. The concealer's really, really nice. The putty, I mean, I don't really use primer all that much, but literally, if I go right in, you really can't see too many of my pores, which is lovely. Like, it actually is really good. I think I put on too much of the putty. I think I needed to kind of scale that down a little bit. It looks so pale, and that's obviously not my natural skin tone. It's great, just don't use too much. Just don't go a bit too wild with this like I did. The concealer, I mean, it's lovely. Is it 60 an hour? I really don't know. I will do an Instagram story just showing you how it looks. I'll post it after this video is live, so it makes more sense. So obviously check me out on Instagram. But it actually goes on really well, blends really nicely into the skin. I think it'd be great for when you're doing that cut crease. It seems like a really good concealer for that. I've heard that it's a contender with the heart-shaped tape, which, I mean, that is kind of one of my holy grails, but this is less thick than that, so actually maybe it's better, who knows. The foundation is actually really, really lovely. It goes on matte, it blends really well into the skin. Ignoring the fact I think I've gone a shade or two too light, it's actually really, really good. For the price as well, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I just love the packaging. I think it's really cute. I think it's just, yeah, it's not bad at all, and I love the fact that it's got SPF in, which, you know, it's really important to use sunscreen protector. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad at any of those products. I think they're all actually pretty decent. Like, they're actually really good for the money. I can't complain, apart from the fact that I'm an idiot and picked the wrong shade. But I think with my makeup on top, it looks lovely. I think there is a caveat that I think there is that flashback, and I think it's because obviously the sunscreen in the foundation, so it makes me look even lighter on camera than it does in person, because when I look at myself right now, I look lighter than what I do when I look in the mirror. So it's quite interesting that as well, and because I've got my ring light, it kind of really focuses. So don't use that at your wedding or anywhere that you're having a main event where you're going to have flash pictures taken, because you're going to get that flashback, right? So there's just that. But everyday use, it's great. Nice coverage, looks like you can build it up really, really well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!